Hi, it's been a very long time since I have seen this book, and I remember it being a good book for little ones. It's produced by Lamplighters, and they have wonderful books. I believe I've already recorded Hedge of Thorns, and that was a Lamplighter, and it was geared for little kids, but they also have one geared for high schoolers too, I think so. And audio. In fact, my husband and I really like those audios, so I don't know that there's an age limit. This has something funny on it. It says, it's Trusty, Tried and True, written by Mark Hambry, and then it says, really written by Debbie Hambry. So I've never seen that before. I'm guessing his wife had a big part. And then it says it's illustrated by Jennifer Hambry. So you can see it. Trusty, Tried and True. One morning, a big train was chugging along, with workers and helpers all singing along. Hooray, they all cheered as they went on their way. The children will see their surprises today. The first car was filled with bright, juicy fruit, oranges and mangoes and red apples too. Another was piled with vegetables high, tomatoes, potatoes, right up to the sky. Blankets of color and clothes every size were spilling all over. Oh, what a surprise. But the favorite of all was bursting with toys that would bring some great fun for the girls and the boys. Board games and puzzles and soft teddy bears, clowns that were wound to jump in the air, dozers and tractors and bright fire trucks, their buckets and ladders went clinkety-clunk. Books full of wonder and stories of hope, thin, funny monkeys all climbing a rope. Lots to look at there. A music car filled with trumpets and drums, a jack-in-the-box that stuck out his thumb. The funniest car, and it looked like a boat. What a strange sight to see, for the boat couldn't float. The very last one was a car that had wings with small wooden planes that could nosedive and zing. The helpers were glad as they went on their way. Hooray, they all shouted, hooray for the day. Then, without warning, they heard a loud crack. The big engine stopped right in its track. Oh no, they all moaned while smoke billowed high. Oh please, who can help us? Oh please, who will try? Just then, Big Brawny, the strongest of all, came charging along with his might and his haul. He saw the conductor waving his flags this way and that way with zigs and zags. Here comes Brawny. You think he can help? Let's see. Big Brawny, please help us get out of this pinch. Our train is now broken and can't move an inch. Brawny spoke in a huff. I can see your distress. I have no time to help you get out of this mess. I have a contest today and can't waste my muscle. I'm sorry to say I must leave in a hustle. With a big belch of smoke, Brawny billowed away. Brawny was no help, was he? Who could we find on this mountain so high? Is there someone to help us who's willing to try? Far in the distance, with smoke in the air, Smarty was coming. No need to despair. If anyone knew the way out of a fix, it was Smarty the Proud with his big bag of tricks. Here comes Smarty. Do you think Smarty can help? Oh, Smarty, please help us get out of this pinch. Our train is now broken and can't move an inch.
I'm sorry, said Smarty. It would not be wise for me to deliver your great big surprise. To pull such a load without thinking it through might strain my poor brain. Then what would I do?
With a great gust of smoke, Smarty sputtered away. Ronnie and Smarty couldn't help. Discouraged and sad, they cried and they prayed. Is there someone to help us who's willing to stay? Seen from afar, curled smoke in the air. The most beautiful engine strolled in with great care. She charms with her beauty. She brings us new hope. Now surely she'll help us glide over this slope. Oh, beauty, please help us get out of this pinch. Our train is now broken and can't move an inch.
I'm sorry, can't help you. Today's a bad day. My washing and waxing's just minutes away. I'm powdered and pampered, you won't find a dent. You'd never believe how much money I've spent.
With a pink puff of smoke, Beauty glistened away. Beauty and Smarty and Brawny, no one's helping. Now there was no one. They looked far and wide. Is there someone to help us who'll hitch us a ride? Soon they detected the hint of a cloud. They heard a faint sound, but it wasn't too loud. Chuggity-chug came the sound round the bend. It's Trusty, they shouted. It's Trusty, our friend. Seeing the flags waving this way and that, he slowed down and smiled with a tip of his hat. You think Trusty can help? Oh, Trusty, please help us out of this pinch. Our train is now broken and can't move an inch. How can I help you? I see that you're stuck. The fact that I'm here is surely not luck. This morning, while I was completing a task, I stopped for a moment to pray and to ask, Dear God, make me useful to someone today. If a friend is in need, then send me their way. That's something good to pray in the morning, isn't it? It's God who has brought me to answer your cry. I'm here at your service and willing to try. It's a mighty big load, and I'm not very strong. Let's pray for God's help and work with a song. He's saying, I am trusty, I'm tried and I'm true. I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till I do. And quick as a whistle, he started to pull. With a roar of his engine and steam set on full. When we're not sure we can do something, it's good to pray and ask God to give us strength or help us in some way. Oh, did you hear that? I did a little poem myself. Slowly but surely, he moved up the track with a long line of cars from the front to the back. And with one great big puff, the train reached the peak. They were all so excited, no one could speak. Hooray, they all cheered as they went on their way. The children will see their surprises today. Look at all those cars. Trusty! Trusty, tried and true. Yes, Trusty was willing, and though he was small, he came to the rescue and worked harder than all. Though Brawny and Smarty and Beauty all three were stronger and smarter and finer than he. Trusty's the hero, he gave it his best. He looked out for others, then God did the rest. Thank you, dear Trusty, the children all cried, and Trusty was glad. He was glad that he tried. With a great burst of smoke, as the children did play, Trusty winked, and he smiled, and then sped away. Be kind one to another, Ephesians 4:32. Be a friend today to somebody. Try even though you don't think you can do it, and be trusty.